All right, guys, day 6 of the series. This is one of the ones that I've been the most excited to bring you just because I've really enjoyed the bow that I'm about to bring to you. Today's video is going to kind of piggyback on the same series of bows that I shot or showed you in yesterday's video. And today is going to be another VTM, and this is going to be the VTM 34 from Hoyt. All right, guys, like I said, VTM 34 from Hoyt. One thing I should say is in last year's videos, this bow, the VTM Pro version of this bow, the longer axle to axle version, was one of my favorites also. So you can probably kind of see a pattern. I like that 31 to 33 to 34. I like that area of bows. I'm not really big on the shorter version, the shorter bows. And I lean more towards that 33, 34 range. I'd like to have one 33 with like a 6.5 inch brace height, or 33 with a 6 inch brace height. That would be a bow I would buy. I'm hoping they come out with something like that, or maybe even a 32 or something like that. Anyway, enough said on that. This is the new VTM 34 from Hoyt. It's going to have the same features as the 31 did. It's going to have some different cutouts. You're going to definitely have that longer riser than the 31. You're going to have, once again, the pick tinning mounts, standard mounts on the side for a standard standard sight or quiver. Also, the dovetail mount on the back is a very nice option, so you can run any integrated rest on these bows. One thing to keep in mind with the Hoyts is some of your rest, depending on what rest you currently have, it may not work because of the way this bridged area right here is. But on the new Hoyts, the new VTMs, they have the slotted cutout in the riser for your drop away cord if you were to choose to shoot a cable driven rest. And pretty much everything's going to be the same. You still have your regular stabilizer hole. You still have your lower stabilizer hole on your for your lower stubby stabilizer, which is one thing I love about these bows. They seem to just balance very, very well, even without a longer stabilizer. So you still have your mount there on the side of the riser for your sidebar bracket, and pretty much everything else is going to be the same. Your HBX Pro Cam still. So yeah, without further ado, let's shoot this bow, let you listen to it, let you see the draw cycle, and hear the shot. This definitely has the smoothest, I should say, it has one of the smoothest, at the very top of the smoothest drawing bows of all the bows I've tested. Very, very little vibration in the shot. It's got a really good back wall. Smooth. Right there. Now I'm going to let it down. Watch this. Good valley. Just like that. And even if you were to shoot like the 80% let off, you can let it down even easier to that because the cam never actually rolls over quite as much. So let's draw it again. Super smooth. Good back wall. Little bit of sponge on it, but not bad. I really like that string angle a lot. Very, very little vibration. I love the fact that this is definitely on par with the Hoyts. With the Matthews bows as far as vibration goes. Maybe not quite as quiet. I don't think it's not quite as quiet, but it is a very, very quiet shooting bow. So this bow has a really long riser, and I like that part of it. Let's shoot one more shot. I don't really need any more, and hopefully Man, that thing's smooth. Good back wall. Very balanced. Bow stabilizes really well in my hand. Like I say, just slight vibration in the shot. Let's talk about the specs just in case I didn't talk about them. 33 3/4 axle to axle, not quite 34. Brace height, 6 1/4. Not super short, not super long. Bow weight, 4.8 pounds, a little bit heavier. Weighed in at 5.3 with the biscuit on it, so not bad. Draw weight, 10-pound increments from 30 to 80. Speed, 334 feet a second is what it's rated at. Draw length, 26 to 31. So if you're a longer draw length kind of guy, this bow might be for you. Cam, still your HBX Pro Cam, still gonna have 80 to 85% let off adjustment, and it's gonna come in 13 colors. Once again, you can change and customize the color combinations. It's just an upcharge on the total bow price. Let's talk about the speeds. So this bow was very surprising, and there's a couple things that I really want to talk about. So arrow weight, same thing, 350, 425, 513, 70 pounds on the draw. On the dot, I adjusted all these bows to that specifically. Draw length, 27 inches. 350 grain arrow, we got 290. 28.5 inch draw, we got 315. 30 inch draw, we got 323. Not much different between 30, 28.5. We'll come back to that. 425 grain arrow, we got 270, 290, and 295. 513 grain arrow, we got 247, 261, and 272. So where I was going with the draw lengths. On average, you lose 10 feet a second per inch of draw. So if that theory was correct, you would lose 15 feet a second between 27 and 28.5 inches. Well, you definitely lose a lot more than 15 feet a second. You're losing 25 feet a second. A little bit heavier arrow, you're losing 20 feet a second. A little bit heavier arrow, you're losing not quite as much. You're losing more like what you probably should lose on this end. So the heavier down, you're not losing, you're losing less and less. But look at the difference between 28.5 and 30 in this bow. So you're not even 10 feet a second difference between 28.5 and 30 on any of these. And this one here in the middle, that mid-range arrow, you're 5 feet a second difference. The reason behind that is because the Hoyts have that mod system that I was talking about, where you have shorter draw lengths on one set of mods, longer draw lengths on another set of mods. So the mod on this particular bow, the way the draw lengths worked out, when you shoot the mod that you need to get 28.5 inch draw, you're shooting at the upper end of that mod. That's how the numbers are so close to what you're getting at 30 inches on the draw length with your bigger mods. It's pretty cool. I just thought for like the mid-range guys, the guys that are not quite longer draws, but not quite short draws like me, or even you shorter draw guys, these numbers are very impressive for a bow that tunes and shoots like this. And that's one thing that stood out to me. That's kind of why I'm glad that I shot the longer and shorter draw lengths on these bows. All right, so from there, let's talk about my scores and how I scored this thing. All right, so for shootability, I got an 8. Tunability, a 5, like we talked about on the last video. Draw cycle, an 8. Back wall is going to be a 7. Balance is going to be an 8. Weight is going to be a 6. It's a heavier bow. Speed is going to be a 7. Not fast, not slow. Noise, we're going to be a 7. Not quite as quiet as the Matthews, but pretty close. Vibration, a 7. A little bit of vibration in the shot. Fit and finish is gonna be a 9. That is a total of 72. Bonus is a 5. It's just slightly above average, or slightly above other bows in its class, but not above average. So 77 is going to be our total score, which now makes this the highest scoring bow of the bows that we've reviewed so far. Shootability, I gave it an 8. It's a longer axle to axle. It's got a decent brace height. It's a smoother drawing bow. It's not a very aggressive cam, but it still has some speed. I think it's going to be a very, very shootable bow. Tunability, once again, the Hoyts don't have any extras as far as being able to adjust the bow without a press. You literally just have the shims in the cams where you can shim your cams over to get it to tune that way. But once again, overall, in the last couple of years, Hoyts have not been giving us an issue with tuning. Draw cycle, smoothest drawing bow of the bows that I've shot so far. I'm giving it an 8. It's a very, very nice draw cycle. Smooth all the way back, doesn't lope over, isn't hard to let down. Just all around, it's a good draw cycle. Back wall, I give it a 7. It's got a stiff back wall, little bit of sponge to it, not bad whatsoever. Very nice, positive back wall. Balance, bow balance very well in my hand. Don't think I would have to mount a sidebar or back bar on it if I added my accessories on it that are available for this bow. Weight, we're gonna give it a 6. It is a little bit heavier, but because I'm not gonna have to hopefully add a sidebar, back bar if I were to shoot this bow, then you kind of even out your weight slightly there. Speed, we're giving it a 7 because not the fastest, but above average for sure of the bows that I've shot. Noise, giving it a 7, just slightly less than that V3 or the Phase 4 29, slightly noisier than that, but not much. A little bit of vibration, but definitely above average in the or below average in the amount of vibration that we had in the riser. A little bit on the shot, dissipates extremely fast. Fit and finish, once again, we're giving it a 9. A little bit of durability issues over the course of the last few years, but the finish on these bows is very, very nice. That textured finish is super nice on the Hoyts. Total points, 72 points. Bonus points, 5. Right in the middle of the road for price. It's on par with other bows in its class. Slightly more expensive than some of the other bows in its class at that length. And then, so we give it a 5, and that gives us a total of 77 points, making this bow the highest scoring so far. I am really impressed with this bow, guys. I like it a lot. Coming from shooting the RX-7 Ultra last year, this bow, other than the Ultra, has really impressed me as far as the way it shoots. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below and ask. If you have anything else you want to see, comment down below, let me know. Please like and subscribe, guys. If you've been enjoying this content, I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. So if you have any other questions that I can't answer, don't hesitate to call these guys up here at the shop at 704-855-1300. Grafton Archery and Outdoors. They're awesome dudes. They'll get you fixed up. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to live your life to the fullest and use your passions to bless others. We'll catch you on the next one.